This is AOPA Australia Live.
Avalon 2017.
Welcome back to Avalon Air Show 2017. We're here in the AOPA Australia studio and joined by Aminta Hennessy. Aminta, welcome.
Thank you, Ben. Good to be here.
It's great to have you today. And Aminta, one of the issues that's now making its way back into the headlines around Australia is airport privatisation with respect to non-aviation developments which are being perceived by the industry to be unsafe. Now, you yourself have had quite a number of years of dealing with airport privatisation at Bankstown. What's your reflection? Do you think the government has handed the industry growth and prosperity, or do you think that we're dealing with problems?
We're dealing with huge problems. Privatisation has been really a disaster. The government has not supervised anything in relation to airport or buildings on the airports. The Civil Aviation Safety Authority has not supervised the airports. They've shut down on Bankstown Airport in particular, runway 1836, which is the inter-wind runway.
So we're seeing
winter.
closure of runways and closure
runways, taxiways, run-up bays, cordoned off areas. The whole southern part of Bankstown Airport has not only been cordoned off, it's been built upwards. Took 24/7, 3 months to build this upward. They've destroyed the floodplain.
I guess, Aminta, you know, when we talk about these issues, there's a lot of negativity, and what I really want to allay is the concern that some people project that general aviation is simply complaining. I mean, you also have had quite a successful business at Bankstown and have enjoyed decades of safe aviation. So this is not a complaining session, but rather you're highlighting serious concerns that have led to degradation of safety at these airports and also the usability for the industry itself.
Well, not only the degradation of the airports, Ben, but the amount of business coming through the airport has slumped drastically. People aren't coming through learning to fly in the numbers that they used to. They're not coming to Bankstown Airport. I don't know where they're going, but landing fees for airplanes are too high. The rents for flying training
and
are
we've
far
seen
too
some
high.
of those examples with rents, and we've seen reports from companies of up to 1,000% increases and higher.
Yep. I mean, for instance, we've got 2 hangars for our flying training organisation, and it's $10,000 a month, which is impossible to sustain.
So the problems, Aminta, they're very clear, they're well known. These are issues that have been debated in the media for the last 20 years. How do we achieve change? What are the changes we need in order to change direction with these airports and set them on a trajectory for growth instead of the rapid and sincere declines they have been experiencing?
Well, I think first of all the government has to take an interest in these master plans that they approve. Okay, they're just approving buildings, approving stuff being non-aviation businesses being built on the airport, which is closing down all the areas around that aircraft could land on or you know, have to use, and it's not good.
And from your perspective, and AOPA has been speaking about this now for the last month quite loudly, we would like to see a general aviation revival take place. Do you believe a GA revival can take place in Australia, and what do you think some of those mechanisms will be to kick it off?
Well, first of all, the mechanisms to kick it off is to stop this endless talk about we have to pay proper rents. Market reviews every 3 years, and the market review is comparing your airport business, which is very restricted, to businesses outside the airport. We can't pick up our hangar and put it on Milperra Road. We can't use Milperra Road as a runway. We can't sustain these high rents. So the first thing is reduce the landing charges. Flying training should have reduced fees if they want to keep pilots being made and created in Australia.
I guess the message there, Aminta, is incredibly loud, and that is general aviation can in fact set itself on a path for growth, but we really do need to address some of the economic issues with respect to what businesses are being expected to pay. I know certainly for a lot of our viewers out there, the issue of airport privatisation is in fact an incredible hot button topic. AOPA is working hand in hand with a number of the airports and will be continuing to do so as we move forward to advocate for a better platform, far more affordable leasing, and of course an opportunity for this industry to set itself back on track for growth. Aminta, thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the air show and what's on offer.
Thank you for inviting me to talk to you.